Good evening. Tonight, to be fair, is a sad night, to be honest with you. Uh, let's go for the very beginning, shall we? Friends of ours that we go on cruises with, we've known for many years, um, and been all around the world, India, South Africa, Weymouth, with two other couples of ours, very, very friends, good friends of ours. And and we had dinner with them only, I think it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And suddenly, last Wednesday, we had a phone call with one of the other couples and said to me, Phil, you sat down. I said, yeah, thinking that we were going to have a bit of fun because we'd already organized some cruises. And sadly told us that one of our friends, Sarah, had a massive stroke. She was 60 years old and taken to hospital. Obviously, came home from work, said to her husband, "Well, I got an awful headache," and within minutes had slid down the chair at the dinner table. Face had gone. Um, Ambulance called and was admitted to hospital with a massive stroke. Um, the words were to us, with the other friends who phoned us and said it devastating. And devastating is the right word. We had a brain scan and there was no activity. That was on the Wednesday lunchtime, um, and she lasted till Thursday lunchtime. Following day, passed away. 60 years old. Um, totally devastated. However, that's not what tonight's all about. Tonight's a bit of a fun, have a bit of chat, and all the rest of it. However, it is tonight. I dedicate this to Sarah. Her name was Sarah. Hmm, tough, really tough. But here we go. Wanted to share it with you. Um, I'm grateful I can. Sarah was a nurse that worked with Anne many years ago. She set up the operating theatre in Salisbury Hospital. Went on then to become I think they call it in vitro or something, where they try to help people that can't have babies. And she became an expert in allowing couples to make babies, with this test tube stuff, all the rest of it. Yeah. So obviously was well loved by lots and lots of people. And I'm sorry tonight. And hmm, and I guess you can understand why I've not been on the last few streams, struggling. Anyway, let's move on. We must move on because life does move on. Life's a bitch, they say, and then you die. So, what have I been up to this week? Apart from tears. So 2 mowers. 2 mowers. Sold them. Just had another one in to compensate, and I'm hoping Mick might be here tonight, and he can then tell me on how bad they are, and they are bad, to be honest with you. The guy brought it in. He said, "Phil, is yours." It runs for 10 minutes, and then it stops. Well, I've just stripped it down, did all the carb, because he said he'd done the carb. He hasn't done the carb. There's no way he's gone inside that carburetor. But I have. And it now runs sweet as a nut. So there we go. It was to buy it. It's a Mountfield Empress. So what else? Yeah, 2 mowers sold. That was. I've actually got no stock. Would you believe? Well, that's not true. Someone gave me a Honda mower a few weeks ago. He said it does rattle a bit, and when I've checked it, the motor moves around on the deck, a plastic deck. So that's the next job. Oh, struggling. Sorry, guys. Let's see who's in the house. Come on, get yourself sorted out, Harley. Sparky, good to see you, mate. As always, you're always welcome. Sudbury Entrance, hi guys, good to see you. Jason, good evening, Jason. Lovely to see you, mate. And Dirt Rider. Thomas, hi Thomas. Thomas Andrews, good to see you, mate. And you're all saying hello to each other. Ash is there. Hi, Ash. Sorry, guys, I've not been very active recently, and you can understand why, I guess. Simply small engines. Yeah, tell me about it, mate. Tell me. Ken, small engines. Hi, Ken. Yeah, and again, apologies for not coming on your stream yesterday afternoon, but I couldn't cope with it, quite frankly. And even tonight's a bit of a problem. Thomas Andrews. Hi, guys. How you doing? DNR. Yeah, where are we? Hello, mate. How are you? Sparky, thanks, mate. That's very kind of you. And I do appreciate it, guys. Really struggling. Hey, Snobby, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. And Chris Wilson. Hey, yeah. It's oh dear Lord. There's 20 people watching. Who the hell wants to watch a silly old bugger like me? Floods of tears. However, let's move on, shall we? Let's just move on. So, what have you guys been up to then? Well, as I said, I mean, today's been beautiful. It's been absolutely beautiful. We've I think I've told you we've been blessed with a new grandson in the last few days actually, and it is a bit of the one comes in, one goes out, and it does make sense. It really does. Yeah, you're right, mate. You know, bro. You know, you're right. Let's put the link out, shall we? Come on, guys. Come say hello. Come and say hello. Hi, Ken. Good to wait. Hello, mate. Good to see you. How are you?
Sincerest condolences, my friend. Hope you're feeling better.
Oh, yeah. Good to wait. Not good, mate. Not good.
Hey, if you want, I mean, go in the basement or something. We'll do a stream, and you could just tag along in the basement. I mean, if it's too much, we get a ton. We got Big Mouse on here, Phil. We could do a stream if you want to just hang out. We'll do a stream, and you could just hang out in the basement. Up to you.
I would appreciate that, Ken. I'm just going to drop there. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Why don't you do that, Phil? Hey, if you want, yeah. If you want, when people come up, just pull them up into the stream, and if you want to throw something in the chat, well, we can carry on because, like I said, we got Big Mouse. Who's coming up? Whoever wants to come up, come on up. This will be dedicated to Sarah and her family and friends, and hopefully we can cheer up Phil a little bit and talk some shop and talk some other stuff. Okay. Who's coming up? Throw some other people up, Phil. Let's go. Let's get the party going. Let's get the thing going. You don't want to look at my ugly mug all night, although I did get a haircut and I did shave. So, yeah. But anyway, who else is coming up? There's got to be more people, not just me. So today is Memorial Day here in the States. So we honor all the veterans here, past and present, and those that have given it all. We honor them. And you guys have a bank holiday today in the UK, so happy bank holiday over there to you guys. But today is all about remembrance here, remembering all those who gave the ultimate sacrifices. So there were parades and picnics and everything going on. And one of my friends reminded me, it's not Happy Memorial Day because nothing happy about it. It's remembering those who gave the ultimate sacrifice so that we could be free. So remember that today on Memorial Day. And keep everyone you know who's a veteran in your thoughts and prayers. And remember, they died for us, so they gave the ultimate sacrifice. Anybody else coming up? Come on, I'm not the only big mouth out there. Even though it's a Conquer stream, there's got to be other people. Let's see who we got. Anybody? Let me see. I don't even have the chat on. Wait a minute. There's the chat. Yeah, there's the link, everybody. Click on the link. Phil will throw you up, and we'll see if we go. Hey, Henry, how are you? Solers. Hello, Solers. James Gibson. Glenn Rogers. Chris Wilson. Boy, Thomas Andrews. Thomas, get back to work. Who else? We got Jason Hughes. Sparky's definitely there with Dick Small Engines. Who else is coming up? If you want, Phil, put it in the chat. If you want, I'll start a live stream so you can just hang out. Let me know in the bottom if you don't want to bring people up in here. Oh, there we go. Dennis, how are you? Nope. You there? You're sort of, can you hear me, Dennis? Hello. I can see you, but I can't hear anything.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, there's Park Nest. Hello, Park Nest.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little choppy, Dennis. Park Nest, I can hear you fine. Like I said, it's a somber.
No.
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're sort of breaking up.
Hang on. Should be all good now, audio-wise.
I can hear you.
Yeah, Park Nest, you're okay, but Dennis, you're choppy, Dennis. Choppy.
Just going to pop out the chat.
What? Again, thoughts and prayers to Phil and Sarah and her family and friends, and losing a loved one is not a good thing, especially that young.
It's not.
It's very young.
It's not.
I mean, I'm close to 60, so I can relate. It's not old, that's for sure. So.
Yeah, because my good lady, she lost one of her daughters last year.
Mm.
In fact, I dedicated my last bloopers video to said daughter, Joanna.
Okay.
Well, just a moment, I'll be back.
Okay.
Hey, Ken, can you hear me or no?
Yeah, you're good now, Dennis. I don't know if it's just in the shed or what.
Yeah, normally I'm on the computer with the Ethernet line running from the house, but I'm on my phone right now. So.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I said, this is sort of a somber stream because the loss in Phil's life, and we're trying to just cheer him up a little bit. So anything we could say to cheer Phil up would be appreciated. That's all. What are you working on? Anything good?
I just wrapped up a couple videos on a torque meter and testing out the slip clutch on the Gravely, and then right now I'm just putting the snowblower back together.
It's kind of weird the way they did that on those instead of having like shear pins and stuff like that. How they did a breakaway clutch, But
yeah, no,
right. I'm gonna have to go. Something's cropped up and needs my immediate attention. So,
all right, we'll talk to you later, Marcus.
Yeah,
all right.
If you're still going when I'm back, I'll come back up on panel.
Yeah, we got enough hot air. We should still be here.
Right, bye. See you.
All right, we'll see you soon.
I'll get back, hopefully.
All right. Who else we got? Dusty's in there. Hello, Dusty. Anybody else wants to come up? Scotty, the link is there. And Phil will throw you up. Like I said, Phil's feeling a little down, understandably. So we're just trying to get a little stream going to cheer him up. And if he wants to make some comments or just watch us have, our chats or whatever, that's fine too. It's like I said, Monday is usually the day that Phil comes up and does his little banter. So we're just helping him out.
Yeah, I saw your video yesterday. I was tied up with some stuff. I saw Ralph hopped on.
Oh yeah, and I said that I still have those manuals for him. So we're supposed to meet up at the Sandy Hook Diner one of these days because that's sort of a little bit of mid ground to both of us. So it's not too bad.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you ever find yourself up towards my way?
The closest I probably ever get up your way is like Vernon, Enfield.
Yep.
Probably that far because I have friends up in Vernon, up Tolland, Vernon, up that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you more in the center or west or east or where are you?
I'm right on the Rhode Island border.
Oh, okay. I have friends in Norton, Massachusetts, which is only like an exit or two off of 95. So
yeah, it's about 20 minutes from me.
Yeah, right at what's that college? Wheaton College, where he lives right next door to Wheaton College. Yep.
Yeah, I'm along the Rhode Island border, so it's a short ride.
Yep. Yeah, I used to stop at that McDonald's, which is like a mile from the border, right on 95.
Nice.
Right on the rest stop.
Nice.
Who else we got here? I think same people as always. The link is there. Conquer put it out. Anybody wants to come up? Phil is controlling the stream as far as who's here and who comes up. So anyone that's in the basement wants to come up, Phil is the one that's going to be policing that. I'm just here as a guy with a big mouth talking. That's all I'm doing. Anything new coming up with new acquisitions, Dennis, or what?
Possibly.
Oh,
My uncle. Cool. Yeah, and it actually might be down in. So, my father said his brother, my uncle, basically was he wants to unload another Gravely. He's just getting too old to run it, and that's down towards where right, literally a rock's throw from where you work. So.
Okay. You talking walk behind or tractor?
No, walk behind. It's an older. My guess is it's one of his 50s or 60s era with the gear reduction wheels.
Oh, cool.
On it. So
did you see that one on I think it was on Craigslist, the one that's like steel on steel with the flappers on it and everything? The guy only wanted like $400 for it. Did you see that on Craigslist? Fully restored, like a D series they call it.
Oh yeah. I've seen the Model Ds. Yep.
Yeah, it was all fully restored and everything. He only wanted $400, and it was fully restored.
Yeah, that's I mean,
I don't know what you could do with it. I mean, it's not really practical, right?
No, not anymore. It's more of a collector's item. Some guys will use it just here and there, just as a show. But for the
it was pretty. It was definitely beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, they're neat. They're neat. If I had space to store it and just keep it nice, I would get one. But I'm very, very limited on space. So.
Oh, I know that one.
Funny, I'll have to on my next time I'm on the stream. My wife, she was going through some old pictures of when we first moved in the house, and I have a picture of this shed, that shed right there. When it was first put in, has no stain on it, no nothing, and it's just small, just really, really small. It's just because that's That's that right there. That's the original. So that's 10 by 12 by 10 going, 10 going that way. And then down that area, there was a tree a few years back that hit and fell on, and I didn't realize it was leaking water into the shed. Didn't realize it. And the whole side on that side was eaten by carpenter ants.
Oh, wow.
So I just basically took it and extended it another 11 feet or so because I had some spare wood around. So now it's 10 by 23, I think.
Cool.
It's
always good to have space. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. I wish I could take this. So I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 sheds over here. So I wish, actually I just wish I had just one giant one. Actually a barn with concrete and heat. I was at a buddy of mine who I work with. He's got a, I think it's like a 20 by 40.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
I had gotten a phone call. I heard what Phil was saying earlier. It's terrible news.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just on the cusp of being 60 in a few years, so it hits home,
Yeah. Well, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Terrible. But we all have a set number of days, and that's all there is to it.
That's it. And the
Well,
time's up. The time is up. So
I happened to just pop on, Ken. What was I'm sorry if I'm not up to on the news.
now, one of Phil's good friends passed away at age 60 suddenly,
That's
and
awful.
yeah, so he started the stream, and it did feel right to have Phil have to moderate a stream, so we figured we'd do it for him. He's still the moderator. He's still in the basement letting people up, but this way, we can do the banter and the chat and all that stuff, and he can just sit there and enjoy. That's all.
That's my condolences. Apologies. It's tough.
Yeah,
tough.
it is. It is. But you look back and you say, good times. Keep those memories fresh.
No, I remember Phil telling stories about this woman too, and the trouble she had and the vacations and all the other things they had talked about. So it definitely, she was part of the stream. She was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
so now, DK, where are you located?
Massachusetts.
Oh, just a little bit north of Ken.
Yeah,
he's actually on the Rhode Island border, so he's on the over by the casinos out that way.
Oh, okay.
Ken lives kind of where I kind of grew up, kind of my old stomping.
Okay. So he's in your own home turf.
Well, in fact, he grew up next to where your daughter lives because Kevin's daughter's in Derby. Dennis.
Yeah, my daughter lives in Derby.
That's where I was born. So.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Well, not Griffin Hospital. Uh-oh, there you go. You know, we call it the death hospital, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of.
There were jokes about Griffin Hospital, like the Roach Motel. You check in, but you don't check out. We used to say that about that hospital.
Yeah.
But anyway, but now they're owned by. Aren't they owned by Yale now? I think Yale took them over. There's like 2 or 3 hospital groups now in Connecticut that are going to own all the hospitals.
Yeah.
Hartford Health is one of them, and Yale's the other.
Yeah, that's like here in New Jersey. It's Atlantic Health Systems.
Yeah, yeah.
They're buying up all the hospitals and they put it under one ownership, and they rake in the money.
Oh yeah, the hospital that I go to every month when I do my blood work and stuff, they got bought by Hartford Hospital. My sister's a buyer there. She's actually the chief buyer, and they made her, after 20 some odd years there, now take an office in Hartford. So she's got to drive from Bridgeport to Hartford every day, which sucks. And it's terrible. Yeah. And they redid the whole damn thing where you go in now, all the doctors and nurses, all new computers, all new software. They had to learn everything brand new, even though everything worked before. They have their own way of doing things. So now it's all new.
So Ken, what do they do with the old equipment?
I should ask my sister, because like I said, she's the buyer for the whole place.
I've got the van and the big utility trailer. I can come up and load them up.
I tell you, I mean, St. Vincent's in Bridgeport. It's a big hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Who knows
what are you looking for?
I'll take anything.
Anything.
Strip apart. I basically retired a little over 2 years ago.
Yep.
But rather than sit here like this half the day, I'm still working. I have things that I do, but it's far and few between. I work because I choose to, not because I have to.
What was your job before?
I run a mailing service, bulk and first class mail
nice.
preparation for companies and so forth, schools and organizations that want to do mass mailings.
My mother did that out of her house for 40 years, Kevin. There was a company called, the Connecticut Educational Media Association, SEMA. She did all the stuff. In fact, it started out with a mimeograph machine in our basement, the stainless steel drum with the purple ink that we all smelled as a kid.
Yep.
And for years, she did all the mailings, literally 5 to 10,000 a month by hand with a sponge, doing the envelopes, and the stamps and everything else before they had Pitney Bowes meters, and all that stuff. And I tell you, she just stopped doing it probably 5 to 7 years ago. She did it for close to 50 years. It was just a side business. It paid very well, but half of our basement was mimeograph machines. I remember we used to joke, the boxes of paper was A.B. Dick. We joke and say B.A. Dick, but we had the A.B. Dick boxes, hundreds of them in our basement with the mimeograph, the copy paper. So what was it? Fast Times on Ridgemont High. Where's the one where they're all smelling the paper for the tests when they used to hand it? Like, you're too young, Dennis, but when we were growing up, we'd smell the mimeograph fluid on the fresh copies, that purple ink.
Yeah.
I do remember,
the drum would go chink on the drum, and then you'd have to fill the purple ink, and you could never get the ink off your hands.
No, it had to wear off.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I
you could always tell
seeing it.
Yeah, when a teacher would make mimeographs, she'd come in with purple fingers. Those were the days.
I started working on a brokerage firm in Manhattan at 16. So that's 54 years ago.
Wow.
And I was working on a Dressograph multigraph.
Okay.
The equipment that they emboss the metal plates like the dog tags for the military.
Yep.
They have the machines that emboss the dog tags. So we would have tags that were embossed with name, address, city, state, and zip, and account numbers and that for the different customers that bought and sold stock.
Cool.
And we'd get the confirmations from the computer department every day, and we'd have to sit there and see what the account number was on the form, find that plate in the drawer, take it out, set it in the machine, crash print their name and address on it, and then split the 5 copies apart. So we
had to have a special contract for that, right?
I worked in the mailroom at a brokerage firm when I went through high school. So I travel.
Is this for dog tags?
No. This is, but it's the same equipment that they would make the dog tags with, but it was used in a brokerage firm to emboss the metal plates with the account holders' names and address.
Yep. No, I have a
Henry.
How you doing?
A friend or acquaintance that makes the ribbons, the military ribbons, and I know he's like, it's pretty rigorous to get a contract in there.
Oh yeah. And then you got to be lowballing everybody else in order to get it, and kissing somebody's butt, putting a little bit under the table.
Hey, I'm going to mute myself for a second so I can get in the pop-out chat. I'll be right back.
All right. So where'd Henry go? Henry bailed on us already.
Might have had a bad signal.
He's probably traveling from the shed to the house, and he's lost the signal.
No,
there he is.
No, I'm at a lake.
Oh,
nice.
You're out and about today.
Yeah.
Jealous. Nice. Very nice view, Henry.
Yeah. My friend's house over here up in Wolcott.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The deck is huge.
I see that.
Wraps around the house.
It's almost the full length of the back of the house, huh?
Oh, yeah.
What are you, right on the lake?
Yeah, right on the lake.
Yeah, Wolcott's nice. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful.
Wow, that's pretty.
Yeah, I figure I'd stop and say hi to you guys and show you what's up. Where's Conker?
It was a good friend of his passed away suddenly. That's why we haven't seen him in a few days. I don't know if you remember his friend Sarah, the one they used to go on vacations with and stuff.
Yeah.
She passed away, and he wasn't really feeling. He's in the base. He's the moderator. He's
Yeah.
actually getting us up here, but we offered to do the stream so that he could just chill out. But he's the one pushing the buttons. He's controlling it, not us.
Well, prayers are with you there, Conker. Yeah. Oh, well. All right. I'm going to get off because, I'm with a bunch of people. I just wanted to show you where I'm at.
Yeah. You have a good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah. Take care, Henry. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Hey Ken, I gotta hop out. I gotta go start getting stuff, ready for this evening. But I just wanted to say hello and wish you, hope everyone, a good weekend and honor those who reason why we can, do the things we do is because the people who sacrifice.
Absolutely.
So
Definitely.
That's what it's all about. All right, Dennis. We'll talk to you soon.
Nice to meet you.
But
Well, I'm sure I'll see more of you.
thanks, guys. Good to seeing you.
Take care.
I think Henry just forgot he was on. I think Henry's still on.
Yeah. He
It's just
shut the camera down.
yeah.
Or
That's
yeah. So that's all right.
Or the phone's in his pocket. Either way.
Phil can drop them out, I'm sure. He can
Yeah,
probably drop
yeah.
them out. So
No worries. Hey Tim, how are you? Who else
yeah.
we got here? James, Dusty, the normal cast of characters.
Dix,
Oh, Spoonworks is here. Hey Spoon.
Bobby, Spoons.
Yeah, Spoons, the shop teacher from Ohio. Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, I met him yesterday.
Yeah, we're talking to him. Oh, did I tell you someone put a complaint in on my stream yesterday saying it was unsuitable?
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I was like, so they took the monetization off, so I challenged it and I won. So they came back. Well, I don't know what it was. And then they put someone on it and they emailed me back and the monetization went back on. So I don't know. Supposedly there's people out there now doing that to a bunch of us, emailing YouTube saying it's not suited.
Yeah, and how do you know it's not YouTube? Somebody doing it for them.
Who knows?
Wait a minute. He's going to earn 35 cents today. Let's go knock that out.
And that's about right. Hi, Tina. Hello. How are you? Who else we got? Tim Palmer. Dick is still there. Dirt Rider. Jason. What'd you do today for the memorial? Anything, Kevin?
I stayed as close to home as possible.
Any parade in your area? We had a big one here.
No, not really.
No.
Not really. It's we're up in the country. We don't get much happening. There's things that go on from time to time, but not really here.
Yeah. Here they put they spend the week putting flags on the parade route. Every phone pole has a flag for about a mile and a half, which is nice. And then usually the oldest veteran left in our town rides the convertible or whatever, leading the parade or whatever. But the one that he was the oldest for years and years, passed away about a year ago. He was like 102, a World War II veteran. And so now they have another guy out there. But the governor, I was told the governor of our state actually chose our town to be in the parade. So they did an actual flyby. I don't know if it was a B-17 or B-29. It was a pretty big bomber. Actually, they do flybys usually on Memorial Day. Usually it's A-10 Warthogs. Usually because that's what flies a lot out of our National Guard facility up at the airport in up by Hartford Way. But today it was a big, it looked like either a B-17 or B-19 or something like that. It was a bomber with the 4 propellers. So that flew by. And then my friend texted me saying, "Oh, Governor Lamont was out." And I was like, "Oh boy." So just our first select woman kissing butt is basically what it was.
Yeah.
So.
I just got an email. It's an email. It says, "I have a bunch of old electronics if interested. Thanks." And a name and an address, a phone number. Or I can respond by email. I think he's one of the fellas that's in the motorcycle club with me, but I'm not quite sure.
I was gonna say, do you have an ad anywhere asking for the stuff?
No. Basically, I produced a 8.5-11 sheet with a bunch of the stuff I take, and then I have the tear off tags that I put in 3 or 4 different retail shops. They let me put it in there. I mean, I've replaced the sheets 3 times over the past year.
Yeah.
Not one call.
Really?
Yeah, but they've taken all the tags.
That's weird. Yeah.
and no calls, no emails, no calls. Sounds like
That reminds me when I was going to college, all the rental apartments where everyone wanted a roommate, they always put those hanging out.
yeah.
Who else we got here? Tom Doby. Hello, Tom. Tom's a good mate from the U.S. there. Fix it
Oh,
or strip it. Hello, Neil. How are you? Neil is here. So the link, let's see.
I could put it in. It's up about 10 or 12 above. Hi,
There's the link. Oh, there's Phil back.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Hey, Phil.
I think I got myself back. I got myself back straight again. I'm okay now. Thank you.
I hope we weren't boring you.
Far from it, Ken. I appreciate your help, mate. I really do.
No problem.
It's been a tough time, but there we go.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. No worries. No worries.
I don't think you realise what you have until you lose it. That's the problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Yes, definitely.
And
We don't
yeah,
appreciate what we have until we lose it.
we are very lucky with our friends. I think you born with a family, you choose your friends, and we choose wisely, and luckily, so does our friends. So it's tough, but hey,
Well-
you know, we'll get through it. It's not a problem.
As you lose a friend, you don't feel alone because there are other people that are there for you.
Absolutely. Well, funny enough, you say that, Kevin. For instance, even tonight, I mean, Ken, bless him, it just jumped straight into the into the line and stuck out for me, and I appreciate that, Ken.
No, this is the YouTube family, Phil. Basically, I mean,
Yeah,
we all have family. We are like family.
Mate, I tell you that for nothing.
We know more about each other than a lot of people do.
Yeah, that's very true.
You can pick your nose and you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family.
There you go.
Very, very true. Yeah, and funny enough, we had this afternoon. Anne's, you know, Anne and I, we've both got previous marriages, and this afternoon, Anne's son and his partner brought around our new grandchild, which is brilliant. You know, and it kind of sort of brings it all into focus because, you know, what we've got a brand new grandson, but we've just lost a very, very dear friend. So it's a balancing act, I guess.
It comes full circle. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And I'm a daft old bugger anyway, to be honest with you. I wear my heart on my sleeve. What you see is what you get, mate. I love you all. Don't ever do me wrong, so whatever. But I love you all, sort of business, and that's the way I am. I can't help myself, you know.
Phil, when one of us suffers, we all suffer. That's the way it is here.
Yeah, sure, Ken, and I really, really do appreciate, you know, this afternoon what what you're doing and stuff. And nice to see that Kevin jumped in as well, and of course, Granford turned up, showing off at his new lake. Yes, and of course Parkness, and yeah, nobody wants to see anybody miserable on the stream. Really, I know that, I understand that, but I just felt I needed to come up. I needed to have a chat, just to say hello. Really,
I always say this is my therapy. I love it. It's therapy for me.
Yeah. God Almighty, don't ever open that can of worms, mate. I'll tell you. If I open that can of worms, we'd be here all night. I promise you.
Hey, this is the only therapy I can afford.
Yeah. Well, it's
I hear
free
all
over
my
here.
friends that go to therapy. They tell me what they pay to talk to people, and I'm like, you're crazy.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely.
And then they
right.
say that's why they go. So.
Yeah.
My daughter-in-law is a psychologist, and I says, lucky you.
I mean, the cheapest one that I know around here, Grandpa, is $350 an hour.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I mean, my therapy really is, I guess, it's twofold. My wife, who will sit and listen to me, tell me I'm a silly old bugger, and I accept that totally. And the other thing is, strangely enough, my workshop, for me, that's my therapy. I'm out there, I'm enjoying myself.
Yep.
Rich Morris, give us a wave, mate.
It's like me. I get on the lawnmower and I turn my brain off,
Yeah.
and I just think,
Welcome, Rich Morris, and welcome, mate.
Hey!
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How are you? Yeah, I
Kevin,
don't,
Conker, and
good to see
who
you,
else
mate.
is in here? Henry?
Well, Henry's on the cliff. He left the chat, but I think he didn't shut his phone off.
I think
Yeah,
Henry's got his phone turned on his pocket.
You could put Henry down though, Phil, if you want to bring someone else up.
Yeah, I can drop him down the way.
Oh,
Hang on, wrong way, wrong one. There we go.
there you go.
That's better. Yeah.
Hey, lawnmower
Yeah,
ladies in the chat too. Stella, the lawnmower lady.
Stella!
Streetcar named Desire. I remember that.
That's what we need, guys. That's what we need. Yeah, I've actually had a reasonable good day today. I've actually the first time ever I've had to work on a Tecumseh. The Tecumseh, a mate of mine brought it in. He said, "You can have it, Phil. It runs for about 10 minutes and stops, dies." Well, he said, "I've done the carburetor and all the rest of it." No, you haven't, because I went into it and it was still full of cake. I cleaned it properly and it now runs properly. You know.
I had a fun one today. I was working on a weed whacker, weed strimmer, whatever you want to call it, and it's an ex policeman. You know, he drops off stuff, old stuff. The spark plug boot had a hole in it. I didn't realize it, so when I went to go start it, I saw Jesus. I had a good time. He said hello, and
Oh yeah, I did, mate. To be honest with you.
man, did that have good spark.
Oh gosh, yeah.
He must have changed the boot because it's an Echo trimmer and the boot said steel on the side of it. But when he pulled the spring clip in, you know how it has that pointer on the end of it? He ripped a hole in the boot, didn't realize it. And on the top of this old Echo, it's an SRM 3000. It's got a T-piece that you put your hand on, and naturally your thumb hits the spark plug boot so that you could hold it. So I go to hold it, I pull, boom. It's like, whoa. I was like, good thing it didn't defib me and kill me. But it was, I couldn't believe how much spark was on that thing. Like I said hello to JC. He said hello back. Said, not your time yet. Go back. So I did. And wow.
Not your time yet.
Not yet. But man, that was fun. So
I heard you joined the Burn Club, Ken.
Oh, I tell I got the good burn, that's for sure. It'll be a burn to match the one on my calf from my Harley. It looks like a football. Anyone who drives a motorcycle has gotten at least one calf burn before. So,
right?
No, but you've got that Cadillac bike. That's not a motorcycle.
I started out on a Suzuki 350.
Well, I made the mistake of wearing shorts one day. That was my problem. So, and I don't care how many heat shields you have, hot is hot.
That's true.
Did you guys know if you had like a bad solenoid that your battery terminals will get hot?
If the solenoid is constant on, yeah.
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 So it must have backfed to the battery because I went to touch the nut on the battery and burnt both my fingers.
Yeah.
Well, remember those solenoids are direct hook up to the battery.
That was Mick on the phone. Sorry,
guys. The only thing
guys.
I can figure out is the solenoid was bad.
Yeah, but if it was sticking though, it should have been cycling the starter, no? Unless it was just shorting to ground. It sounds like it was shorting to ground.
Yeah, I think it was shorting the ground somehow.
Yeah. Was it a
But it
four-post?
was a dead solenoid.
3-post or 4-post solenoid?
Yeah, I went to grab the nut on the battery to unhook the battery, and it was hotter than, burned both my fingers.
I must admit, I looked at something, Ken. You and Rich Murray, no doubt, would say that Tecumseh mower I got. I had the kill switch wire. It was routed literally right next door to the exhaust manifold. That to me, I mean, it was literally half an inch away from the manifold. Surely that can't be right. It would burn it, would it not?
Shouldn't be. It should be able to go up and through where the flywheel, underneath the flywheel where the plate is, and come up through a little hole and then route the other way.
Because I didn't think it was. I put it back together, but it literally is a half-inch away from the manifold.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Right.
No.
Don't know if you've got a drawing handy. I can have a look at it, Ken, just to put it right.
Yeah, throw some pictures up. That's all.
Yeah.
What's the goal with that now? To get it running, or the guy give it to you? Or he wants you to fix it, or what's the deal?
No, he gave it to me. He said it would run for 10 minutes, then stop. Well, I've just done the full carb re-clean and stuff, and I've just ran it for 20 minutes and never missed a beat.
Mm.
I don't know if I got a picture.
Hey, Craig Timmons is on. Hey, there's your buddy Craig with the chainsaw, Phil. He's on. Craig Timmons that did the fireman chainsaw.
Hey, how you doing, Craig? How you doing? Hey, Ash, good to see you, mate. Thank you.
All right, mate.
Good to see you, mate.
See you too, mate.
Yeah, I thought I had a picture of this, the wire, but there's not. It literally is. It can't be right. No way should a wire go that close to a manifold. Unless you guys know difference.
Usually it shouldn't be. Usually they're routed in such a way that you can never really get to them, but it shouldn't be that close to the exhaust.
Oh, here we go. Here we go, Ken. Here we go.
You got it?
Look at it.
Oh!
Hey, Mick.
Phil, you think you felt like crap before? Oh, now you go.
Buongiorno, me old ball bag. How you doing? Wow. How you doing?
Hey, Phil,
Mick,
did you put spell check on? Did you notice how you spelled Phil's name?
You're not dyslexic, are you?
I am.
I can't read nor write, but I can ride a bike.
Well, we could call him Cockner now. That's fine.
That's right. Yeah.
Cockner. Well, I've been called worse, Ken. To be honest with you, mate, I've been called a lot worse.
All it is. I just see my old friend up there. You know, not doing too good. So I thought I'll come up here and show him a bit of support, which is what YouTube's all about. And if I can, in any way, shape, or form, lighten the mood, then I will do. But you know, condolences, Phil. You know, I know we did talk about this just the other day. I know, and it's not easy, mate. You know. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, feel free to give me plenty, Phil, and I'll absorb it tonight. And I promise I won't give you any stick back tonight.
That's like a get out of jail free card, Phil. Holy cow!
No, sorry, I don't mean tonight. I mean within the next 2 seconds.
Well,
that's it. That's all you're getting now. That's it.
Hands up.
Oh yeah.
Phil, all I know is when I see the face of a clown, I laugh. Okay.
It's tough, mate. Well, you know, you've lost some people and stuff recently. You know, with your man and stuff. But yeah.
Oh yeah. My old man's lost two sisters and a brother in 6 months. Yeah. In fact, my funeral suit's not seen so much action. I had to get dry cleaned twice. Yeah, not good. But anyway, Mrs. P, you started bawling, so Mrs. P's indoors in tears. She was crying. Oh, I'm going down the shit. I can't put up with this. So I'll come down there out of the way, and I thought I'd come down and wind you lot up.
Yeah, thank you, mate. I expect
Nick, did she finish the painting?
Did
she finish the painting?
Yeah, but unfortunately, because I put up 4 new panels this week, and because the sun's been out, they shrunk a bit, so she's got to go back and touch up. But yeah, they're all good. Yeah. I've been busy today. I've bought new barbecue, new sun lounging equipment, and what have you, and all that sort of caper. So we've been busy doing that today.
Yeah, I sent you. I tried to call you earlier on, Mick. I sent you some pictures of that Tecumseh.
Yeah, I did see it, Phil. However, I was where was I? I think I was down here. No, I was out in the garden, and because I was in between Wi-Fi's, it wouldn't download the whole message or something. So I thought, well, I saw the first bit of the pull cord. I thought, I'm not watching that bollocks. So no, I will. Did you sort it?
Yeah, it's running sweets and that.
I don't believe that. I haven't seen a TP engine run sweet as that since I've had one, mate. So
No, I was saying to guys earlier on there, mate, the kill switch or the ground wire runs about half an inch away from the exhaust manifold. It can't be right.
Well, you're saying that I've got a little Hater 41 here, and someone's put their own kill switch on it, and literally they've put like a light switch, and they've glued it to the pull cord assembly. And they got that for on and off. So
yeah,
well, it's got an age.
I asked the guys earlier on, and it would appear that it would make sense. It would route underneath the flywheel or something that I would expect.
Well, it should at least go under the fuel intake somewhere. You can put them anywhere. It had an AJP Garden Machine sticker on it, so I don't know what's going on there.
Oh.
What does it say? Repaired box?
Yeah.
Ash, don't rise to it, mate. Don't rise above it, Ash.
He knows better not to.
We had a local guy who did such crappy repairs. We were going to make stickers repaired by, so we could stick them on top of his.
Yeah.
Or attempted repair. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to stick that one up for sale tomorrow, mate. I don't know. It's worth a few bob in it. That's the company, Empress.
Have a sticker that says "We repair," or "We fix what so and so repaired."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a lot of his.
I think I sold an Empress a little while ago, Kong. I got about 80 nicker for mine, 80, 90 nicker.
Yeah.
Mine's only a push one.
Yeah, well, that's what this is. This push one. It's not a self-drive.
You got a roller on the back, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go for about 80 quid. They're old hat now, aren't they?
Sweet as a nut, mate. It's a lovely looking machine.
It can't be. It's got a Tecumseh on it.
Yeah. Well, as soon as my mate brought it in the other day, I thought of you straight away. And
Yeah, I bet you did.
taking those things apart is a right old kerfuffle, isn't it?
Well, I say this every sodding week, and people keep going, "No, they're not too bad. No, they're a pain in the ass."
The right old kerfuffle. And it's all different sizes and stuff. Oh, well, Lord. Anyway, it came apart. It's clean. But it was weird because it was the carb itself had no slow running jet in it that I could see. Nothing I could see.
They don't on those.
No, and the emotion tube, if that was removable, I couldn't get it out.
What colour was it?
It was metal. It wasn't plastic.
Okay, you can get them out, but on some of them they've got a little tiny O-ring on them, and if you by taking them out, you bugger the O-ring up. That's a problem.
Usually, though, the metal ones are press fit, though, where the plastic ones have the two O-rings.
Yeah,
right.
You can get the brass ones out. I've had them out before, but yeah, it's for what it is. You can get another carb if it was running bad. You get another carb for them, copy carburetor for about £8.
Yeah. Well, I cleaned it with with WD-40. That I went back with carb cleaner and all the rest of it, and it ran clean. And it started second pull, so I was quite happy.
I'll be happy. I'll be happy with any Tecumseh starting second pull.
Phil,
Yeah,
I'm going to go down into the chat for a while. I've got a couple of things to take care of.
All right,
Again,
Kevin, thank you for coming up, mate. Appreciate it.
My condolences on your loss.
Thank you. That's kind of you, mate. I appreciate it.
All right, so we'll stay in the chat. We'll talk with everyone later. Stay
on
well.
On a plus note, Conk, right? Serious note, right? If of course you were due to go away, weren't you, on a cruise with this couple, weren't you?
Yeah,
well,
we were due to go away next 2 weeks time.
Feel free to invite anyone else you want.
I can't think of anybody. Ken, how are you? Ken, what do you thought about cruising, Ken?
Well, I just figured this way, all the clothes that she would have wore, Mick can put the dresses on and do all that, you know. So
that's where you be, mate, down in the bilges.
Mick can be the
your turn in the barrel first.
Yeah, there, you know.
In the barrel, head first.
Your turn in the barrel, arse hanging out.
I've got a few issues.
Oh, what do you got, Ash?
Ash? Hang on, mate. What do you got there, boy?
What have I got there? I can't
Where did
really get into my shed.
Where did you design her for your workshop come? Blooming West Bank.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, well, that one's done. That one's
yours?
ready. You can't really say. Yeah. Yeah, so I had a load of mowers coming, so I'm sort of full.
Mine's about the same, Ash. I can barely get in mine. Well, I can get in it, but I've just got stuff everywhere.
Yeah,
that time of year, innit?
Didn't you say you'd sold her 8 over the weekend? I sold 2.
15 total. 15 mowers went on Saturday and Sunday.
How many you
I
got
sold
left?
the 2 at Road Shop with.
I've got up and running, ready to go. I've got 3.
Oh, that's not bad.
Really?
Yeah, and I went out and bought a 6-seater garden furniture set with an umbrella.
Mrs. H wants one. Where do you get it from, mate?
I tell you what, you can come down for barbecue, you Mrs. H. Come on down. We'll have a sausage and a rib. How's that sound?
Sausage and a rib sounds good to me, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Annie saw that. She said, asked you where you got it from.
Home base, 500 nicker.
All right. Okay. Oh, bloody hell. I can't afford that, mate. I'm a poor man.
Well, I earn that a week on YouTube, don't I? So
yeah, I know you do.
Isn't that right, Ken? Isn't that right, Ken?
Ken's
Not
dropped
me.
off.
No, they still haven't paid me. Still got all the money in the bank, but they keep telling me my bank is no good. So
well, as American bank, they're all no good. So then I went back up there today and I bought a barbecue and two matching sun loungers. And Mrs. P's been out there with her bikini on all day, sunbathing, and Riley's been in the paddling pool and shooting Nana with a Nerf gun. It's been great.
I saw the picture Mick you sent.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah,
right, I'm going to shoot down anyway myself. I'm going to go upstairs.
Good to see you, mate. Thanks for dropping. I appreciate it.
Nice to see you, buddy.
See you later. Take care.
Good to
Take
see
care.
you. Take care, mate. All the best.
So been busy, but I've been working on a strimmer today on a little FS55. FS55. Bloke bought it in. He bought it in on what's today? Tuesday. Bought it in Saturday.
Monday today.
Because the pull cord was just out, and on further examination, the pull cord record has actually gone. There's a little tiny
clunker, Ken, Mick.
Hello, mate. There's a little tiny washer on there, but it wasn't anyway. So I bought a new one, and then there's a fuel leak, and someone's fiddle fairies have been in with the carburetor, so I had to redo the carburetor. So a simple little pull cord fix turned into a complete carburetor strip down, throttle reroute, and
that's the old adage, isn't it, mate? You know, a 3-minute job turns into a 3-hour nightmare.
Well, he weren't very happy, neither was I, because he didn't want to spend a lot of money anyway. So he's got a bill now for a carburetor clean, a new pull cord assembly plus labour, and he wanted it back today. I got it going from about 1:30, 2 o'clock. I rang him up, and he was pissed out his head in the back garden. So he started picking it up Wednesday. So I worked on it all day today to try and get it going on a bank holiday for him.
Yeah. I must have worked. I worked all afternoon on this Tecumseh, and it's a Mountfield Empress. I cleaned it all up. It's a looks of pictures tonight, mine. It's all ready to go, and it's the first one I've done. It was a right old pickle. I looked at a couple of things on YouTube to see, and it was a right old. I was amazed at the car was just so basic. I couldn't believe it. There was nothing there.
Well, Tecumseh was okay. Yeah, I mean the only problem with it. With them, Conk, is obviously is they're now getting on. What age is that? 19? It's Italian, wasn't it? Is it Italian Tecumseh? Yeah.
I think it's about 85, something like that.
Yeah, they're getting a bit old at now. So that's the only problem. But I had one in. I think I did a video on mine a little while ago. It came back about a day later. Really hard to start. And in the end, I had to pour 2-stroke petrol down the head to get it to start. So I had a compression leak on it, and I stuck a Briggs and Strat on it, classic in the end.
Oh right, yeah. Well, it runs. I mean, I'm going to stick it on the go on Facebook tomorrow morning. I said to Annie if she wanted it because it's a nice light one with a roller, nice stripes and stuff.
I've told you before. If Annie wants a mower, I've got a Dennis in here. She can have that 33-inch Dennis, and it's a hand starting one. She'd be used to that.
I wish. story of my life, mate. I tell you.
Yeah.
No, I did let. I think I've told you before. I let her have a self-drive mower back a year or two ago, and she started at the end of the garden, pulled the lever in, went straight into the water butt, gave it a mouthful of S, and walked away from it.
Well, Mrs. P did something similar. She was down here the other day, and she's been clearing rockeries off and all that sort of stuff. And there was flints, and there was bricks, and there was all sorts over the garden where she'd been clearing up. So she fired the old Hater 48 Pro up, and then proceeded to hoover up bricks and flints with my blooming lawnmower, clanking and bloody smoking it was. And I tell her to go away in the end.
Yeah.
She's deadly. She's the same with a hoover. If there's anything on the floor, instead of picking it up, it just goes up the pipe. And then she'll say, "Oh, the hoover ain't sucking," and I'll take it apart, digest it, and there's golf balls up there, remote control TVs up there, remotes, there's socks and pants, Kinder Egg surprises, and all sorts up there.
I've got a little vacuum out there I use to clean up the grass and stuff on the mowers, and I couldn't understand it. I used it today to clean up this deck, and I couldn't understand why it wouldn't suck anything. I took the pipe off, and it's absolutely chocker. There's no way anything was going to go down that bloody pipe. I'll tell you, mate.
Yeah, Mrs. P's the same. She's absolutely deadly with it. Deadly with a hoover.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing. I'm still trying to get my shed tidied up, but I said to myself I might tomorrow. But it looks like I'm going to be cancelled tonight by the looks of it. My train's still in London at the moment on an overrunning renewal.
So right. You haven't set fire to that one, Mick.
Eh?
You haven't set fire to that one.
Well, I wouldn't laugh. I think I set fire to a van last night.
Oh my God!
Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. I pulled up at the place where I was working last night. I lit a smoke up and threw my lighter in the the little tiny pocket you get in the dash, don't you? Under your radio. I threw the old lighter in there, and I'm sitting doing my report on my laptop. Next thing I could smell smoke or burning. What's that? Nothing. I couldn't see nothing. But of course, because it was melted plastic, it's like that really dark orange flame, isn't it? And it's going right up inside. So I stuck my hand up there with some tissues. Blood, I've got a bloody look. I'll show you. Look. Bloody big old blister.
Is that a Works van?
Oh, you'll live.
Yeah, it works, man. So anyway, I put it out. I've got to buy a new insert. I get it for about £5. But buy a new insert because it's all melted up in there. So that was that. But anyway, yes, I might be off. I might be not be working tonight because my machine is delayed. So
that'd be good, mate.
Well, I promised myself I'll take Josh to work tomorrow if I am, and I've got to go have a tip tomorrow. I bet I'm going to get in here and be a bit ruthless in here and have another tidy up. I can't work like this. This is crazy.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got one left now at the moment to mess around with. That is a Honda. I think I told you the chap said it runs okay, but it rattles on the deck. Is all the holes on the deck are all
it's not so much for holes, but if it's what I'm thinking, they generally come with like a little rubber bushing, little rubber bushing mount that goes through the engine bolt, or the engine bolt goes through it, and they tend to wear out. So like we said, we might pay just to take some dimensions of that and just get a bit of hard rubber and just put it on the old lathe.
I've wondered about just putting grommets in there. I wonder would a grommet do it, mate?
No, it's got the bushings are quite substantial. They're a bit like an anti-vibration on a chainsaw. They're quite substantial. Okay. So you might do better in getting some hard plastic and just put it on your lathe and lathe it out to the right sort of diameter and just slide them in there.
All right. Well, we can do that as well. That's not a problem.
Yeah. So when you can come down mine for a burger and a rib, then you fancy that?
Yeah, we need to come down, mate. We need to sort it out. I
think you better come down here and have a burger and a rib. Riley can take the piss out of you. That'd be hilarious. He can take the piss out of you. You know what he's like.
I don't know if you ever see that, Ken, when I was over at Mick's place in Riley Boy. I love him to bits. He's a absolutely brilliant boy, I tell you.
You got no filter. You got no filters, that boy. No filters at all.
Riley called me yesterday on Instagram. I couldn't see anything because I didn't know how to operate the damn thing. He's like, "Hello."
I was wandering up the garden for Mick's place here. I mean, bit of hop, skipping, and jumping, like I'm I'm a bit gimpy. And the next, I look around the side of me, and he's taking the piss out of me. You would not believe. You would not believe it. Of course, going out because he's falling about laughing as well.
Conker's going up the lawn, going like that up the lawn like he does. And there's Riley boy going like that behind him.
He's giving it some serious. He really is. Yeah, bless him. Absolutely bless him.
My old mate Taffy, who does the same as me. I think he's gonna take a year out of doing mowers next year. Anyway, he rang me up. He said, "I've got 3 or 4 steel strimmers here, a mower and some bags. Have a lot for 45 quid." And being Welsh, she's quite tight. Anyway, he turned up here. He offloaded his stuff. I give him the £45, and Riley come to the door. He goes, "Hello, Riley boy, how you doing?" Blah 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 blah. So I said to Riley, ask for a £5. So Riley went, "Give us a £5, Taff," like that. Of course, he was put on the spot, wasn't he? So he's have a £5. He took a £5, and then he put it in my pocket.
He's a boy.
Ask for 20. Ask for 20.
He's well trained.
Give him 20 next time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's well trained. All right.
Mind you, I must admit, Mick, I've got to thank you for putting in the ramp for me and Pauline.
Oh, that's all right, mate. That's what it is. I am planning to modify the ramp so when she stands on it, I can push a button and it'll fling her about 30 feet in the air.
Like James Bond, the old Aston Martin car, like, you know.
She was walking around the garden today because she's been sunbathing, and she will sit out there till she cooks. And she got
Pauline,
Pauline, and because she wears glasses. She always gets a burnt bit under her bugle, so she gets a bit of toilet paper, and she folds it like that, in like a V shape, and she tucks it under her glasses and walks around the garden like that. Looks like a bloody parrot. Bloody woman.
Oh, you gotta love them.
Yeah, so she's doing all right.
Pauline, yeah. I'll tell you what, I pulled there, mate.
She's doing all right. Oh, it was my old man's birthday. Friday. Talking about old men getting upset, a bit like yourself today. Anyway, my old man had quite a tough upbringing. It was just that generation, I think. And to this day, my dad has got nothing of his dad's. No worldly possessions. They do not exist.
Right.
Anyway, I stumbled across a First Holy Communion certificate in a frame dated 1911, and it's got his dad's name on there, and it come via one of my cousins whose mum passed away with COVID last month. So I took that down the old man's yesterday for his birthday present. I bought my big crate of beer so he could get smashed in the garden, and I gave him that, and he started blubbing. No, he's never had anything of his old man's before in his life, you know, and he's got nothing. So yeah, 1911 he took his first Holy Communion, and now the old man's up in the old front room.
I'm trying to think, I must admit, I'm of the generation, Mick, when I actually was confirmed. Would you believe? I think I was about 13 at the time, by the Bishop of Salisbury. And the only thing I can ever remember, you get these like white wafer things. You know, for your communion.
Yeah, the host.
And it sticks to the top of your roof of your mouth, and you can't get rid of it.
Well, what you're supposed to do?
You're
supposed to drink the old red wine afterwards.
So you get the old red, but they won't let you get stuck in the old red wine. They only give you a sip.
It didn't have a choice. It didn't have a choice, and I was at midnight mass. I used to go around for seconds.
Nick, I was an altar boy for 8 years. We used to have to take it out of the big jugs and put it into the little.
Join the club. Hard to see. You didn't have that many.
From the time we were in like first grade to the time we made our confirmation in 8th grade, we were altar boys.
Did you have to wear did you have to wear a Do you have to wear cassock and cossack? Yeah,
we had the smock, but the thing I used to love, Mick, was we used to have those brass plates that you'd have to hold under their chin.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
when they got their communion, and then everyone we didn't like, we go like that when the priest wasn't looking. We'd whack him in the chin.
Yeah, I was an altar boy.
You weren't. Come on, there's no way you were in this order.
Oh yeah, we had it was the 1 gallon glass bottle of wine, and they used to actually keep it in the sacristy in the back of the altar. It was called the sacristy. And we'd
Yeah,
go
that's right,
back there. We'd have to fill the little bottles with
Yeah.
holy water so he could wash his hands, and then the wine so he could pour it in the chalice and have his little, you know what, every time for
Oh, yeah.
mass.
They water it down, and then just water the wine down.
They
No.
were supposed to. The only thing he did at the end, he put whatever was left in the little cruet in there to wash out his chalice. It wasn't to water it down. It was just to wash out his chalice. He made sure every drop out of that cruet was used.
Yeah.
But Catholic
I'm just trying to get
priest.
my mind's eye. Mick,
Who's that,
being an
Marcus?
altar boy.
It's Father
I'm
Ted.
sorry,
Yeah,
it don't
Father
work.
Ted.
But the thing
Nice
is,
sitcom.
the thing is, Colt, is
It
that
revolves around three Catholic priests.
my dad's family were deeply religious, and I mean they had to go to church even on a weekday.
Oh yeah.
You know,
As an altar boy, we had to do 5:30 a.m. mass once a month.
I had to do a 9:30 service, and then every second week I had to do also the 11 o'clock funeral service as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
remember going to
We like
Sunday
funerals
school.
though because we got paid. We got tips.
Yeah. Exactly that. Yeah.
We used to go to Sunday school on a Sunday afternoon, and it took me years to realise the only reason we went there so Mum and Dad could have a shag when we were in there.
Exactly that. Yeah. Exactly. Have you ever tried being an altar boy and trying to eat sherbet lemons?
I will never get out of my mind's eye, mate. Not for you, mate. Not for you.
But one thing that after we had left, I mean, I was back in the 70s, but I'm saying after we had left, they started letting girls do it, I think in the 1980s. But when we were doing it, no girls were allowed, of course,
It was only in my day. It was only boys with a centre part in, right, Phil?
Yeah. Good boy. Good boy.
God
I know
bless
that
you, my
one. Good
child.
boy.
Yeah.
I was a choir boy, I must admit. We used to get,
What did you used to sing? The Wurzels?
I was a choir boy. And I tell you what, I sung Away in a Manger. It's one Christmas Day in the church, and we had a power cut, so all the lights went out.
To be perfectly fair, Phil, nothing's changed, mate. I've always said to you, it always looks like the lights on, but no one's in. You know what I'm saying?
Swivel. But yeah, I can remember it. Hello, Ken's gone off on one.
I think Ken's just trying to demonstrate how big his breakfast bowl is.
I can remember the chap that used to play the organ, and I'm not sure he's either deaf or blind or both. I can't never remember, but I know I know he's having his wife up there in the old pulpit with the organ, and she would then tell him when to start playing.
But
I was always frightened of him. He had a humpback, if I remember rightly.
My old priest, his name was Father Hill. He must have been about 140 years old. And after the communion service, he always used to go back to the chair and sit down for 3 minutes whilst everyone was doing their praying bit. And he'd just drop off. You had to give him an elbow to wake him back up.
Did you look like Father Jack?
To be fair, on 3 occasions, I thought he actually died. I'd have give poking quite hard to bring him back too.
Do you ever pinch those little black imp thingies? There's like a little black licorice imps, they were called.
No,
they used to always have in the choir stalls.
I used to pinch a brown envelopes out of a possession basket.
I only thought it was me that did that.
It was common. Everyone used to do it. Used to take a couple of pound out of it, go down to the old sweet shop after service, and go and get yourself
sixpence. But we used to do a wedding. You used to get a tanner for doing a wedding, or I can't remember. God, that's years ago.
DNR.
It was stupid money. I know, absolutely stupid money. You used to have to wear these ruffs. What do you call it? Ruffs around your neck.
Ruffles, yeah.
Ruffle thingies. God,
I used to wear a purple cassock and a white cassock on top, sort of thing. That's what I used to wear. But before, when we used to go to normal service at Christmas, we always had to wear one of my grand. She was great. She used to knit us a jumper each for Christmas, and they were all the same. So we used to turn up looking like Where's Wally And only problem is she must have been a bit tight on the old wool around the neck because they used to strangle her. And she used to, I'm sure she used to use the old wool that was mixed with wire wool. You just sit there like a gibbon all day in the church, sitting there scratching because it was really abrasive wool she used to use.
Oh, the joys of growing up, mate! I'll tell you. I think she got
the wool from a Bedlington Terrier.
Yeah. Oh lordy,
they were the days.
They certainly were, mate. They certainly were.
My mum was quite shocked when it come on the news about 15 years later that Bishop Cormac was a wrong un. And I said, really? Are you not surprised by that?
Yeah, exactly. Hang on, mate, Ken. What are you doing, mate?
You're on mute, Ken. You're on mute,
Ken.
What is yours, Ken?
As hard as you want, or you're just supposed to do them until they're tight?
Don't crank them as hard as you want because you'll snap them off like the last guy did.
Well, that's what I wondered. I didn't really know how hard. All right, let's try this now. So that one.
Who's that, Ken?
I was just afraid if I didn't crank it would rattle off while I was driving. Why is that not?
It can only be.
What is Ken? Is it
Canada's biggest Tecumseh fan by any chance?
Oh, customer on the phone. Sorry.
Sounds like him.
How's your old dog doing, Phil? Is he still tapping on?
Yeah, he's hanging in there, mate. We had Anne's son and his partner turn up lunchtime today with a babe.
I was going to say, there's only 2 or 3 possible combinations. So if you get it wrong,
pissed on the carpet in front of everybody.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna be around much longer, mate.
Yeah.
No, it's bless him.
I know where you find Lincoln Cathedral.
You know what it's like. You got to make a call because next time, or the only time he goes to the vets, he won't come home.
Well, my first spaniel I looked at him one day, and he gave me that look, like say I'm ready. So I took him. Paddy, one of my other spaniels, I found him on the kennel floor one morning. He had already gone. I think he had a stroke during the night, I think, or heart attack, whatever.
Yeah.
And Poppy, yeah, she give me the same look. I'm fed up. I've had enough, so I took her down. Yeah,
I know. The trouble is, you sort of turn around and say you want to go out for a walk, whatever. He's running around like a bloody puppy.
I do, don't I? Same with my Murphy. His back legs were going. It was just a bit. It hadn't gone. They're just a bit rocky on the back, and he used to run around like a 3-year-old. Do you know what I mean? And then it passed out in a basket for 6 weeks.
Oh yeah. Do you know what? I'm really hoping. I'm hoping he might. To be honest, I know it's easy out, but I hope he might go on his sleep. That's what I'm hoping for.
I think it is easier because when I took Murphy, he was a cracking dog. He was really good, and because he was a gun dog, all my dogs are working dogs. He went absolutely everywhere with me. He was always in the Land Rover. Anywhere I went, he was right there. Yeah. And when I went to have him jabbed. And you would have thought you better pay first, have it jabbed, and then go out the back door. You know what I mean? Because it does hurt.
Yeah.
And anyway, no, I had him jabbed first, and I come out. I've got a lead. I've got a blanket with my dog in it. You know, I've got a debit card in my hand. I'm sitting there with a pair of sunglasses on, bawling my eyes out, waiting for some stupid cow wanted eye drops for a rabbit. You know what I mean?
Do you hear that on? Was it on Facebook the other day? They paid, correct me if I'm wrong, £500 vets bills for a chicken.
There you go. And do you know what? You can get 2 for a £5 in Tesco's.
Other supermarkets are available.
For a vet's bill for a bloody chicken.
A friend of mine, he had a bunny rabbit, and it started having diarrhea and what have you, and losing lots of weight. So it was done. There's nothing you could have done. And he said, "Can you take it down to the vet for me and have it jabbed?" I said, "You're joking, mate. Just give it the old chunky chop on the back of the neck."
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And he said, "I can't do that." So I said, well, just go indoors for a minute. And so he went indoors. It took me 3 seconds. Give it a quick whop down the back of his neck and give it a quick stretch up. There you go, done. Put it in the shoebox, done. He's going to pay about 50 quid to have his rabbit sorted out. Give it the old chunky chop.
I remember my mate that I grew up with since I've been at school since 13. He was a farmer, and he had a dog. He had a cow dog. You get the dog, go and get the cows in, all the rest of it, And Ben, his name was. I always remember the old boy. And he used to get kicked the buggery every bloody day, this poor old dog. Anyway, time come when he was on his go. And Lester is my mate. He took him into one of the barns. He got it all sorted out, like some straw bales, took the dog in there, laid him down on the straw bales, and had a shotgun, and he shot him on the back of the head. Now, I don't know about you guys. I could not shoot my dog. There's no way on this earth I could do that.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, this could be quite controversial. You've got to look at it in a certain way. In my opinion, I couldn't do that to one of my dogs, but I'd happily let somebody else have done it to one of my dogs who I trusted. Because a working dog is not a pet.
No, it's never been a vet. Ever seen a vet?
Yeah, it's not a pet. It's a utensil. It's a work item.
Yeah.
If a cattle dog or sheep dog refuses to wind up sheep, they get rid of it. If a gun dog, a friend of mine, Roger, he's a multi-millionaire, and he paid about $6,500 to send 3 of his dogs away to be trained on hand signals and whistles. Okay.
Right.
From about 6 months old. He sent them away. They came back and literally he could blow his whistle. All 3 dogs would turn round. He'd put his hand up and they'd sit down. And they could be 400 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely tuned in. But as soon as someone fired a gun, one of them shot off. It was gun shy.
Right.
It just physically couldn't handle having a shot put over its head, So it was just gone. It's no good to him,
No,
So
I don't understand.
In that sense, so some people, their dogs are just tools, or whatever animal you've got. But my Murphy, he was a pet. I love my Murph, as I loved all my dogs. So yeah, all mine went to a vet apart from Paddy, who I found on the kennel floor one day. So they're all over here now, pushing my daisies up.
Do you have any more, Mick, or not?
No, it's too much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean, mate.
No,
I've had dogs all my life. Every time I've lost one, I've always said, never again. No more. I'm not having any more dogs. Next thing you know, you got a bloody dog there.
No. Well, I mean, if Mrs. P turned up with a dog, I'd have it. I suppose. Yeah, I'd have it. But I wouldn't go out my way to go and buy one because I don't shoot as much as I used to.
Yeah.
So therefore, don't need a working dog.
Yeah.
And I'd only ever get a working dog breed. I don't want one of these stupid dogs you can put in a handbag or just kick up the garden. I don't want one of them.
What about Riley, mate? What do you think Riley would be the dog? I reckon he'd make a good lad with a dog. They always say you give a boy a dog, he'll never be in trouble.
Yeah, I think if it was a puppy, it'd be all right. It'd be nice and small. I mean, he keeps on about buying a puppy now. I said, why don't you get a Rottweiler? But he's not up for that. Yeah, I don't think I'd have another one. I ain't got the time.
That's the problem when you want to go away or want to do anything, isn't it? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's responsibility that comes with a dog.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, as you know, 2 Jack Russells, which we love. I mean, they call them grappling bandits, ankle biters.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if a Jack Russell was as big as a Labrador, it'd be bloody dangerous.
Oh, without a doubt. I used to go foxing with border terriers and what have you, and you could chuck them and bounce them off the walls. They're like rubber.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, they're as hard as nails. Even now, the old boy, he's 16 and a half now. He's tough as old boots.
Yeah.
He got lumps missing off him and all the rest of it. He don't care.
Yeah. I wouldn't have another one. I wouldn't have another one.
No, I've said to Anne no more, but we're you know what it's like. Yeah, all right, we're not having any more.
Why don't you get something different? Why don't you get an alpaca?
I was going to get a goldfish.
No, you can't. You can't take a goldfish for a walk, can you?
Yes, you
Get
can.
an alpaca or something like that.
They don't like it very much. You take them for a walk. You just drag them along.
If you get a big alpaca, it can sit there and look at Mrs. H and spit in her face every 20 minutes. It'd be hilarious.
She and you got a friend of hers down in New Forest here, and she had a horse, and the next field to it there was two. I think they might have been alpacas or something, but his horse was frightened of them. And she had to get rid of the horse. It
Might be a
these
llama.
alpacas.
Might be a llama. Is it llama? Llamas spit, don't they?
It might
Yeah,
have
it's
been
llamas,
llamas. I don't
yeah.
know, mate. I don't know. It's
It's
the horse was
llamas,
frightened
not
of them.
alpacas.
The old horse couldn't cope.
Yeah. Get a sheep
I'm
conker.
not a big horse fan anyway. I like cattle. My trade is slaughterman and stuff. Cattle, I understand. Horses, I don't.
James says get a sheep. To be fair, James, them West Country boys, I think they're actually banned from keeping sheep.
No, they're not banned. It's just that they're at risk.
They're liars. That sheep's don't listen to it. Don't listen to that sheep. It's a liar.
You just take a sheep to the edge of a cliff and see what happens. They're always back on you, the little devils. Yeah, you're right. Oh, dear. Well, Ken's having a bit of a problem there with one of his customers by the look of things. You having a problem there, Ken?
It's probably one of the lawnmowers. It's probably one of the lawnmowers he's sold.
Tecumseh, I expect.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. I must admit, you guys have done me a lot of power of good tonight, I'll be honest with you. It's,
Well, I was quite happy sitting on in the chat watching you cry. I was quite happy about that.
I don't care,
Oh
mate.
my God.
I wear it on my sleeve.
Oh yeah, mate. Us men are all the same. It's not until you start talking about it, then you get the old salty taste in the mouth, and then you get the lump.
Exactly right,
You've had it.
Yeah, I'm not shy.
Me neither.
The guy that I did the 1959 tractor for, okay, he had, you guys know, on a Kohler engine, there's air shrouding, so it'll direct the airflow over the cylinder head, okay?
Yeah.
Two of the covers, the top cover and the rear cover that goes like curved, he had not included with when I took the engine. He had them sent to a powder coater. Powder coater lost them, okay? They finally found them, but I didn't have them, so I couldn't install them. Now I just spent the past 10 minutes trying to tell this guy how to install it. He still doesn't get it.
No.
So what you're saying is you done half a job.
I didn't have the parts. I couldn't put them on. But the guy's 40 miles away from me. It's a bright sunny day now. Look, it's beautiful out. So now he has all his friends coming over to see his newly refurbished tractor, and he can't get the covers on.
Oh, dear.
I sent him photos. I sent him all kinds of stuff, and he still can't get it.
Well, that's what happened.
How far is it? An hour each
Water, but
way.
you can't make it drink.
Say again, Parky.
It's only about an hour away, isn't it? 40 miles. It's about an hour.
From who?
With Memorial traffic, it's about 3 hours. Greenwich, Connecticut.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, it'd be same like it is here. Yeah.
Put it this way,
So,
he's
yeah.
literally 1.5 miles from the New York border. So everyone's going back home on Memorial Day. You'll never get there.
Right.
We've
had a superb day today, Ken, to be honest with you, weather-wise.
It's turning nice now. It
Beautiful
didn't start that way.
English summer's day. I always say to Andy this, one thing I never do on a bank holiday, I never ever travel, because you're just going to be spending all your life in a traffic jam, or you are part of the traffic jam. You know?
Conker, you bitch and moan when you come into my house the amount of fuel it costs.
Yeah, but you're a million miles away, mate.
Oh, just saying.
And the parking fees are there.
Tight.
Come on. Come on.
No, I will leave it.
Yeah, leave it. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it tonight as well. It's been a bit emotional. I'll be honest with you. It's been emotional, but I appreciate your help, Ken, especially, mate, for diving in at the deep end for me.
Anytime.
The old devil down in the bottom right hand corner there. Well, he knows what he thinks anyway. He's a mate of mine. He's all right.
I'm always here, Conk. If you want someone to take a piss out of you for half an hour, mate, just pick the phone up.
Yeah.
I'm always
all right, mate. You're my mate. You know that anyway.
Yeah, I know. Come down. We'll have a chat and come down for barbecue or something.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and watch the last 20 minutes that this customer stole away from me.
Thanks for dropping in, mate. Appreciate it.
No, thanks for having me up on panel, Phil.
There's nothing exciting. Nothing exciting, Ken. We're just snagging you off.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm going to end the broadcast. All the best.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody. Happy Banker's Day, whatever you guys call it.